Grab a bit more. Sticky resin, 3 more. Now it's a bit of a waste of charcoal to keep doing this, but I don't really care. I'm not too low on it just at the minute. So what I need to make for my macerator is an electronic circuit. An electronic circuit is redstone and iron plate. Now iron plate's a bit awkward to make. You need to hit iron with a forge hammer, and forge hammers are a bit expensive. They're not too bad though. So to make a forge hammer, I need to surround 2 sticks with iron like that. I get a forge hammer. It is simply a tool which I can use to bash out iron into iron plates. They have 80 uses, so they're not too bad. Surround that with 2 pieces of redstone and some of this rubber. So I've got enough to make 2 electronic circuits, which I probably will do eventually. And I have done something completely wrong there. Of course, it's not rubber, it is cable. So for cable, what I need is some copper. So I'm going to need to cook off a little bit of copper. Whilst I'm doing that, I might just as well make up some more stone bricks. So stone bricks. Are there? No. Okay, let's just fill in this little part over here. If you remember, I did say that I'm going for a red theme for this castle. Sort of red and grey, basically, and using the acacia wood for wooden planks. I know I've used this in here. This is a very yellowy wood, but I will be using the red somewhere. Right, I'm probably going to put a door in there. That's probably going to be a set of steps leading up. I might want to enter the factory like here. I don't know what you think. Have like a grand entranceway, which will probably involve... I'm not going to actually line it up with the edge because I cannot click to save my life. Have like a grand entranceway going up here and into the factory with a double door sort of there. So I'm just going to fill this in with dirt just for the minute, just so I can see how I can get up. There we go, grand entranceway into the grand factory. This is like the worst factory ever. It's tiny, but it will do me for now. And it is getting to be night yet again. So we have copper ingots. Now what I want to do with these copper ingots is convert them into copper wire. I'm going to stay up for as long as possible. Copper wire is made using cutters. Cutters is made from 3 iron plates. So I'm going to need 3 more of these iron platings. 1, 2, 3. 2 at the bottom and 2 of those at the top is going to get me the cutters. The cutters are used to chop up copper. I need 1 more copper. I do not believe I was short by 1 copper in doing that. That was just stupid. Right, quick sleep, and I shall see you once again in the morning. Right, there we go. Okay, so cutters and copper should be making me copper plates. Cutters and copper plate, actually. Industrial craft these days is a lot more difficult than it used to be, so if I just whack out all those coppers along with this one, what I shall get is copper plates. Take my copper plates and put them with the cutters, and I will get way too many copper cables. Combine those with rubber and I get insulated copper cables. Copper cables around the edge with an iron plate and some redstone, and I get an electronic circuit. We are getting there. An electronic circuit with cobblestone and flints gets us our first machine. Have I put those the wrong way up? Or was it smooth stone? And basic machine casings. Oh, I got that completely wrong then. 3 basic machine casings to make a macerator. That is crazy talk. No, it's 1 basic machine casing and 2 cobblestone. I thought that was a bit much. So I'm going to need 8. Wow. 8 irons battered out. Make me iron platings. Iron platings make a machine casing. Machine casing with 2 cobblestones. An electronic circuit and 3 flints makes me the macerator at long last. Let's take this upstairs and connect it up eventually. What I'm going to do is run these things along this back wall. It is going to sit just there. Okay, so this needs power, and the only way I can power it really at the minute is by using a generator. So a generator from Industrial Craft, which is like the only one which doesn't work with everything else, but we are doing Industrial Craft for a change. Let us try and find it in this huge array of generators. Oh, they'll be in here, won't they? No? Kinetic, solid heat, fluid heat, radioisotope, electric. Here we go, a generator. 3 more machine casings, an RE battery and an iron furnace. So I'm going to need tons. And I do mean tons more iron cooked off. It is a jolly good job that I found quite as much as I did. So a generator. We also need an RE battery, which is going to need quite a bit of tin. So I did certainly find plenty of tin. So let's cook a load of the tin off as well whilst I am here. So I'm going to need 3 more iron plates plus another 5, so I think 8. I'm just going to need tons more iron plates, aren't I? So I'm just going to have to wait for that to cook off. So what I could think about is doors and stuff. Do I have any acacia wood planks just while that's all cooking off? I must have a bit of acacia wood somewhere. I don't, do I? I have no acacia wood whatsoever. Right, let's think about coming this way then. I am thinking about... Well, I could sort of make this the front wall of the place. Possibly, maybe. I sort of want a room, probably where this is. So the main central passageway is probably going to be going through here, turning left at the bottom and going down there. That means that there is probably going to be a huge tower sat here, because this will be like my front gate. And I'll be walking through this way through what is currently this farm. Okay, I'm going to keep clicking these because when you... Oh, this one's good, it's got a couple on it. Because as you keep milking them, you keep getting more out. They only regenerate when you milk them, is what I'm trying to say. Milking trees. Sounds awesome. Right, 9 tin ingots. 11 of those. Some severe bashingness with this stuff. Right. Okay, so I'm going to want to make, I believe it was... So the iron furnace is a basic furnace and 5 blocks. That's pretty easy to make, especially if you have just the right number of cobblestone. There we go. Major like spike there. So an iron furnace. I could be using these because they are just more efficient than a basic furnace. But I am not going to. 3 iron plates and the RE battery, which is insulated tin cable. That's going to mean one of these gets chopped up and combined with one of those. I might as well do it with 3 of those because I don't think I need basic tin cables at all. If you take your tin plates and bash them again, they turn into tin item casings. So tin item casings with a piece of redstone and 2 pieces of... No, it was 2 pieces of redstone and 1 of these insulated tin cables. That's going to get me my RE battery. An RE battery, an iron furnace and some iron plates gets me a generator. That means I can now make power. How easy is it to make the power storage? The power storage in Industrial Craft is the bat box. At least to start with. A bat box is made from 3 of these RE batteries, which I should be able to do. It's only a bit more tin item casing and stuff after all. If I thwack all of those, I'm going to get 10, which is just shy of enough for 3. Were there any more in there? There were. Of course there were. So if I just grab my hammer, wherever that has gone, bash those out a couple of times, and I'm going to get another 4 tin item casings, which will be more than enough to make everything that I want. 3 of those will get me a set of RE batteries. A set of RE batteries across the middle with, I believe it was cable on the top and a bit of wood. Gets me a bat box. So the bat box is our power storage system. Now then, how am I going to actually connect all of this chuff up? I think I am actually going to leave a little bit of a gap. Do I have much more of the copper cabling? I have a little bit. The copper cabling, apart from being very useful in making machines, is also extremely useful in connecting things up together. Let's get this bat box down. Now bat boxes have multiple inputs, 1 output, so that's facing the wrong way. That means I need a wrench. The Industrial Craft wrench. Now this needs bronze. Bronze is made from bronze dust. Actually, I believe you can make bronze out of... Oh, come on. Is there a different sort of bronze here? There's tons of types of bronze, aren't there? Right, bronze dust. Bronze dust is made from 1 tin and 3 coppers. And I need about 6 of them? Wow, okay, bronze wrench. I need coppers. Oh, I'm never going to get that much out, am I? Okay, so temporarily this is going to have to just face the wrong way until I can afford to actually make myself a bronze wrench. Time to dig up the floor. So what I'm doing is I'm going to dig up the floor just so that I can run cabling underneath it. And it is getting to be night again, of course. Right, rubber with those copper cables is going to get me a load of copper cables. Is it going to get me enough copper cables to connect this up to that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to be a single one short, so we're going to have to go the even more terrible method just for now and just run it straight across, I think. So I'm just going to connect the bottom of that straight into the bottom of that, and I'm going to plonk my generator. This is a huge mess. I shall sort it out and neaten it up for next time down there. And guess what? It is sleepy times. just because I don't want a creeper walking straight into me whilst I'm doing this. Right, drop down there. Right, what we should have is plenty of charcoal. Now what should happen is I should be able to put some charcoal in here. It will start to burn. It will go initially into the initial buffer. It will then run into this because it is connected directly up to it. However, it will also be going into here because there's the connection underneath. So this is acting as a big buffer. It can store 40,000 EU. This can store substantially less than that. Now this is fully charging up. Once this is fully charged, which it is now, that should start storing in there, which it is, which is good. Now what I can do with this here is iron ore. If I put it in here, it will start to macerate. Once it's macerated, it will turn itself into... We will just have to wait for it. I assume I can put the ferrous through because that is thermal foundation. I may need to do some thermal foundation anyway. Crushed iron ore. Crushed iron ore you can just smelt up. Each one gives you 2 iron ores. There's various advanced ways of doing things with this. Let's get these bits and pieces up whilst I'm here. So what I can simply do is chuck it in here and I get 2 irons out of it. So if you're saying, hey, that's an ore doubler, you are correct. That is all this is. And all that I am going to use it for as well. The good thing is, of course, that you're not wasting excess coal because you're just storing it in a buffer as well. So now I can start to macerate off all of my different sorts of iron and all my different ores. And I'm no longer losing ores because I'm doubling them. So that will be it for this episode, guys. That's what I'm going to be doing for a while. I'm going to be macerating off all my ores and probably doing a bit more mining to get a few more up here. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this episode. As ever, do leave a comment and all that sort of stuff. I do love to hear from you. And most importantly, I hope to see you once again next time. Thank you and goodbye.